All right, what's up everybody? It's your boy Tanner Wideman of BarbarianBody. Today I'm gonna be telling you, because I've been getting this question a lot, and when I say a lot, like this is my most asked question, how do you lose lower belly fat? Okay, let me cover this for you. The very first thing that you wanna do, I give this advice to a ton of guys, and as soon as they apply it, dramatic results happen. Like fat just pours off of your body. Don't drink alcohol. And if you are drinking alcohol and you think that you can't, maybe you're an alcoholic or you just really love alcohol, just tone it down. Try and have it. If you drink it 2 nights a week, try and do 1. If you can though, try and eliminate it. Or try and drink every other weekend. Some sort of system like that. After like 3 to 4 weeks of applying that, if you're a normal alcoholic drinker, or if you're a normal alcohol drinker, not you're an alcoholic, but that might be a cause of lower belly fat too. Once you apply this, the amount of lower belly fat you're gonna lose is absolutely insane. My next tip that I've got, this one is huge too. Avoid 2 things, these 2 little things. First one, fast food restaurants, of course. Wendy's, McDonald's, A&W, Arby's, things of that nature. In-N-Out if you're in America, I'm in Canada, we don't have that. I wish we did. That would be going against my tips though, so I shouldn't be doing that. But I do it on the weekends. Like this is just if you wanna seriously lose that lower belly fat. Avoid those. And restaurants, sit in restaurants, okay? Like Red Lobster, Kelsey's, Casey's, these are restaurants that we have in Canada. I hope you guys have them down south, but sit in restaurants, okay? Those, when you go to eat at these places, let's think about it, let's break it down. So they bring out the bread. You come there and you're hungry anyways and you gotta wait for your food. Bread's in front of you, everybody else is eating it, guess what, you're probably gonna eat it too. There's nothing really that bad with eating bread, but we gotta add in the bread, plus whatever drinks you're gonna get. If you didn't follow my first tip, avoiding alcohol, there's a good chance you're gonna have a beer or some type of fancy drink there, so you're gonna have that in addition to that. And then your entree is gonna come, or so your appetizer is gonna come. More calories than that, you're gonna go through that, you're still gonna be hungry, and then you're probably gonna order something really big because you got there super hungry and you expected to eat more than you actually needed to. And then you got this monstrous entree that comes and then you consume the whole thing and then everybody goes, oh, should we get dessert? And you're like, no, I couldn't. They're like, come on, do it. And then you get dessert and then like you just consumed like 1,500 calories in one sitting, and like that's absolutely insane. Some of you guys go out like 2 or 3 times a week just to go and eat like dinners with your friends, or even lunches too sometimes. These things are just packed, or if you go to like a buffet. So try and avoid these as much as you can, at least for like 3 to 4 weeks. If you do this for a 3 to 4 week stretch, have it like 3 to 4 weeks, you don't do it, and then have it for 1 to 2 weeks where you allow yourself to go out and eat this food on the weekends. You'll notice a lot of goddamn change. When I applied this, it was like I was able to like really shred fat. And like I'm not just talking about like these fast food restaurants and sit-in restaurants. Think like a Starbucks. You go, oh, I was gonna go and get this turkey sandwich. Those turkey sandwiches have a freaking ton of calories in them. I think they got like mayonnaise and stuff. Be aware of the amount of calories that you're consuming when you're out at these places. You'd have no idea. Like there's so many calories. So avoid that. Like I'm telling you, the fat will just, it's gone. If you're not doing this stuff already, you're probably already lean. You don't even need to be watching this video. Okay, next tip. This is what I like to personally do when I'm really trying to shred my fat. I don't really like to be so strict to my diet. You see, I haven't really told you guys to like eat this vegetable and get rid of this from your diet. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that ever. I follow my own little personal thing. So what I like to do is I then add in 3 days of cardio. I know it sounds intense, but it's like 15 minutes of cardio. If you follow my system, or if you know of my system, then I work out lifting weights 3 times per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I'll perform those, and they're only like 45-minute workouts. They're balls to the wall though, I'll tell you that much. And then if I'm really trying to burn fat, then I might for like 2 or 3 weeks add in some 15-minute cardio, whether it be on a treadmill, me going running, or me going running outside. It really doesn't matter, it's just whatever I prefer. I do that in addition to my workouts at the end of each workout, and like, again, fat. It's all like you just, and like especially if you start combining all these tactics, like you're minimizing your drinking, you're not going out to restaurants, or you're not really eating food outside of the house, like that's pre-made from like even like Costco or anything like that. And then you add in the cardio too, like the amount of fat loss you're gonna have is just tremendous. So combine those things, it's really, really effective. And I passed this when I was mentioning the cardio, but you gotta make, like, are you working out 3 times a week? Because if you're working out 3 times a week, you should be burning a fair amount of calories. I mean, unless you're like straight up just there on your phone, 'cause you see a lot of guys like this. They're just in the gym, scrolling through their phones, Like, it's not even a goddamn workout. It's like the most lazy thing ever. Or they're on a treadmill going like half a kilometer an hour, and they're there for like an hour and a half, and they'll post some Instagram post, #grind. That's not working out, man. Like push it. Like, try and push it. Like, bring your heart rate up like a significant amount, and don't lackadaisically go. Just try and work out like 3 days per week. That's personally what I do. You add that in there, you'll be able to burn tons of body fat. Yeah, this one's huge. I still can't believe people believe this, but a lot of people do. I don't know whose fault it is, whether it's the fitness industry or gullibility. Let me tell you this right now. Ab workouts, ab exercises, crunches, sit-ups, that will not burn lower body fat. There's it's absolutely impossible to burn body fat in any specific area. You lose it, or the whole body, from your toes to your head. If there's body fat in your forehead, you lose it there too. It's like, you can't just lose, there's no such thing as spot treating. If there was, you don't think everybody would be doing it? You'd see a lot of people that have like really shredded cores, like they got six-pack and everything, but then like the rest of them's like kind of doughy, and you'd be like, okay, this guy's been clearly spot treating it, and like it wouldn't even look good. So it's actually impossible. So doing like sit-ups or like Russian twists, planks, any kind of ab exercise is not gonna burn body fat right here. That's totally a myth. You will lose it all throughout your body. It just so happens to be that you lose body fat for men, and actually even for women too, typically last right here. It's just the way the genetics work. So that will be the last place that you see the body fat being burned. You might notice it faster in like your arms or like, your chest if you've got the man boobs or something. You might notice it quicker there than you do in the lower abdominal area. That's just because that's typically where the body decides to burn the body fat last, which kind of sucks. But that's why six-packs are so awesome, because hardly anybody can get them because, so difficult. The body's designed that way to keep that there. So when you do it, ta-da, kudos to you. So you can do spot treatment, just keep that in mind. Okay, final tip, if you're working out 3 times per week, like I said, I don't want to see, you can't be in the gym flicking through your phone. If you're not breaking a sweat at the end of each workout, you are doing jack. Like, you are not there exercising, okay? Just because you're there for an hour and a half, just to say you were there for an hour and a half, is not going to translate in you actually attaining success. You're not going to be able to burn body fat. Push your workouts a little bit harder, okay? This might be a little bit more advanced for some of you guys, but like, break up a goddamn sweat. Stop resting so much. Stop like going so soft on each set and rep and exercise. Like, some of you guys just go so soft in the gym. Like, you walk in there and you leave, like, if your armpits don't smell, if you're not sweating, you did not work hard enough. Like, you should be pushing this. This isn't like a playground where you can just have fun and like, the magical things are gonna happen, because if you're at a playground, you're probably a child and you probably believe magical things are gonna happen. That's just not how it's gonna work. You need to work hard, like push yourself. You don't need to be there for an hour and a half. I have workouts that last typically about 45 minutes. Sometimes I have them last only 30 minutes, and I've pushed myself in that period of time. Like, I'm not wasting my time. I'm really pushing it, and I've burned so many calories, and I've shedded a lot of fat. Like, I do this all the time. You don't need to be there for a super high amount of time. But if you're gonna be there for a shorter period of time, work hard. If you're gonna be there at all, just push yourself. If you smell the same as when you walked in as you do when you walk out, you didn't work hard enough. If you're walking out of there, you're not sweating, you're doing nothing for your body. You're not gonna lose any fat. That's pretty much how it goes. So there you guys go. I know, harsh truth, but I had to tell you, that's just how it is. There's so many people that just believe it's this complicated process. It's honestly not that simple. You've probably heard all this stuff a million times before. I'm just gonna keep repeating it until people start to come back and go, I've heard this a million times, and finally, Tanner, I listened to you and it was actually right, because that's exactly how it is. People like to overcomplicate things, and the fitness industry is terrible for this, because so many professionals like to say, oh, it's the most difficult thing in the world, so you hire them as personal trainers and you pay them thousands of dollars a year, which is just ridiculous. So don't believe that. It's pretty simple. Just apply the basics and like stay committed. Push through with it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, be sure to give it a like down below, and also be sure to subscribe for weekly workout tips and nutrition tips that you won't want to miss. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Oh yeah, and leave a comment down below if you have a request. I'll see you guys in the next one.